I have no idea how to do YouTube intros. So hey, I'm Who Cares? Don't worry, the box is not gone. Still very much a part of me. Just this is a lot easier for reaction videos and conversation like videos just like now. So if you see this beautiful face in the thumbnail, you know what's coming. I'm talking about my top 3 most anticipated albums of the year so far that I know about. And first we must do number 4. I apologize in advance as a shameless plug, honorable mention. Who Cares? Coming at number 4. Reason being is, hey, you can drop a comment down in any of my videos and it will be turned into a short form song at the least. One of the videos that I just did turned into a whole music video. And you can show your friends, hey, I inspired this song. That could be you. Don't know how long it's going to last, this series. Hopefully for a long time. But I don't see any other artists really doing that I know of. Coming in at number 3 is from the artist named Kaden Jordan. Now you might think, who the heck is Kaden Jordan? And he's a very small, at the moment, artist with about, I think he has like 500 subscribers on YouTube. So you might be thinking like, how the heck did you hear of this guy then? And the reason being was because I was doing a Christian rap like competition or something of the other. And I wanted to know like, kind of like, not really what my competition was, but how other people were doing in the past. And he was the previous winner from the year before when I submitted. And I just went over and listened to some of his stuff, and his work is insanely talented. I've just been following him for a little bit now, like for about a year now, and just listening to the music that he releases. And right now, he announced that he's coming up with a 21 or 22 tracked album, which is absolutely insane. That shows you the dedication of the man. The reason why I'm so excited for this is because usually I stick into like a main category of artists. And the fact that I found him and he's like a smaller artist is pretty exciting to me, because when he blows up, which he's going to do, then I'll be there like, hey, I was there for the whole journey. I was one of those fans, and I'm cheering him along the whole way. I don't know if the songs that he's been releasing are going to be on that album. Some of the songs are I Wish You Didn't, which is more like a sad pop kind of thing. He has songs that are like dedicated, and another song he just recently released. What is that called? Oh, it's called Pride. That's what it's called. And he released this about a month ago, and his rap verse on that is actually really insane. And he's been releasing songs like Waste Our Time, When It Rains is the one he just recently released, throughout the course of the few months. And I'm wondering if those are going to be on this album. I hope it is, because they're very, very good. Yeah, so my favorite songs right now from him are probably Distance. Distance is a very good song. Pride is fire, man. But he's been slowly gaining more and more traction on all the platforms. He's been actually doing shows and things like that at this young of an age. I don't know how old he is. I think he's a little younger than me, actually. And just completely blowing up. And soon he's going to have that hit song, especially when I think he has this album. And I think it's going to really skyrocket him into like that stardom. I hope, at least. This man deserves it. Anyway, out of any of these top 3 albums that I'm going to be doing, this one I really want to see succeed the most, just because I want to see this man grow into a mainstream artist, because I honestly think he has the talent for it. He has that mindset of working hard, and I'm really looking forward to this 21 tracked album. So hey, keep up the good work. So number 2, and this might come as a surprise, but it is Owl City, Coco Moon. And this is the main reason why I wanted to make this video, because of these 2 albums. What's going to be number 1, which I'll explain more and kind of compare these two, and then Owl City's Coco Moon. Owl City's been my favorite artist. I've been following him for a very long time. I think that the first song that really got me listening to was Good Time, and then that's not even on my top like 20 favorite song. I don't know, man. Coco Moon is sounding a lot better, in my opinion, than Cinematic. So Owl City's Coco Moon was number 1 for me for like the longest time, until someone just released something that was absolutely crazy, which is number 1. But the main reason why this hasn't like stood out to me for like number 1 caliber is because just how everything's been kind of handled. A basic explanation is, first we had this ARG that we followed, and everyone was super hyped about that, and he probably had the max peak for this album, interest in this album, then now. And the reason being is because just how things were slowly handled, just kind of in the wrong way. I'll come to the music soon, but pretty much we had this whole ARG thing, which is like an online puzzle, and we followed that, and we finally got to the end of it, and it was literally nothing. It was just like further instructions in the UOPS, and that made no sense. Like, people were actually getting ready to stream the reaction of what this whole thing was going to be, and it was nothing. Like, I stayed up until a while just waiting for this thing to come out. Like, what's this huge announcement going to be? And it wasn't anything. Which I guess is fine. Like, technically he didn't owe us anything, but it took like another whole week or so to figure out that we're going to hear songs early and get a live stream with him. So we are excited. We go on to that live stream. We're thinking that we're going to see Adam, and we don't. But we do hear snippets of his 3 singles that he's releasing before this album's going to come out, which we've already heard. But we didn't hear those tracks with his voice. We're going to have to wait even longer to hear the tracks like with his vocals recorded on them. So we pretty much just had instrumentals. And when I heard those instrumentals, they're very good, but they sounded very much like a mix between Cinematic and Ultraviolet. And I absolutely love Ultraviolet. I think that's where I wish that Adam was at right now. But he kind of went into Cinematic, and ever since then, we're at Coco Moon. Cinematic is probably my least favorite of all Owl City albums. Yes, I liked Mobile Orchestra a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like it was a lot of tracks and a lot of personal things. The reason why Cinematic was my least favorite was just the lyrics mostly. I'm a very big lyric guy. And beforehand, like, his lyrics were absolutely phenomenal. And this one kind of seemed less lyrical-wise, more literal in a kind of way. And I'm just not a big fan of that. At the same time, Adam did release in an email saying that Coco Moon is going to be a project that's solely Owl City or Adam Young. And honestly, that's the best kind of music he can make right now. At the same time, you can't expect that for me to be my favorite. Like, I don't think he wants to be mainstream anymore. I don't really want him also to be mainstream anymore. So I think that the music he's making right now is perfect. At the same time, it's not going to be more like... The songs from this album is definitely improved, in my personal opinion, from Cinematic, but it's nowhere near this level of where even Ultraviolet was at. Like, if you listen to Kelly Time, really love that song. It's definitely my favorite in terms of lyrics-wise between the 3. It's probably the one I'll listen to the most, like, in public, even though personally I do like Adam Check Please music more, but those lyrics are not my type. I think it's a cool concept about talking about where you worked, but I don't know, I wouldn't make a song about it. I mean, I work at, like, Chipotle, and I'm not writing songs about that. It would just be, like, a long scream. Ah! Get me out of here! But yeah, I wouldn't make a song about, like, my experiences with that, but that's what he wants to make, and I think that's the best music and most personal music that we're gonna ever get. And like I said, musical wise, I do like Adam Check Please. I just listened to Vitamin C, and that one did sound pretty good. It's still, I didn't get the whole HD version of it because that was the Studio Door version of it, but I mean, that was pretty good too. I think it's like the best of both worlds out of the 2 songs, out of Kelly Time and Adam Check Please. But at the same time, like, if I were to rate the songs on Ultraviolet, except This Isn't the End, I can't stand that song. It's too sad. I would still probably put all 3 of Ultraviolets above these songs if it wasn't for the hype of it. Now, at the same time, I'm extremely excited for this album. I mean, it's my favorite artist, and he probably will continue being my favorite artist till the end of time. I mean, my dream is to have a collab with him, and personally, I don't want that to happen anytime soon until I've made somewhat of a name for myself, if that makes sense. And going into number 1 is Hope from NF. And the main reason I'm making this video, honestly, so I wanted to compare Coco Moon and Hope just from, like, a promotional standpoint. And the reason why I Hope I'm extremely excited for is because NF knows how to build hype. We didn't hear anything from him from a long time. And he releases an insane music video, just like Clouds. Clouds is honestly what got me really into NF, because that music video is crazy. He's like, the transition cuts, insane. His little, like, walk that he does, if you watch NF, you'll know. He just kind of like, I don't really know how to do it, but I don't know. Every aspect of that video is amazing. That transition where he gets pushed and, like, falls on the ground and falls right through the floor is crazy. Him going through all his past albums is insane. Just the whole thing. And of course, the end part where he's going back and forth, like, facing his demons in a way, is absolutely something to completely build hype. And this whole video was like on the #1 on trending tab. And honestly, this whole thing is like extremely exciting. We got a whole cool music video. We're getting an album release date like April. Like that's not a very long time to wait at all. And we're definitely going to be getting more music videos from him. We know what's going to happen. And at this point, like his music videos are just as good as his music. And he has a huge fan base around him right now just because his music resonates in everyone. Here is the difference between this album and its hype versus Owl City's. If we start with Coco Moon, we have gotten no music videos. We just recently got the release date of the album. We have no idea what tracks are on it. I mean, we really have no idea what's going on with this after this point because we've heard Vitamin C. And I have no idea what's going on after. I heard that we might be able to hear his album early, but it's probably going to be, you know, not perfect quality like it's been the past few times. But meanwhile, NF, he has a music video. We know for sure he's making more. We had a release date immediately. We have a track list. We have merch and signed CDs for $5. I mean, do you know what would happen if Adam Young decided to make signed CDs for $5? The Owl City community would go absolutely insane. I mean, he would just market it like, what, $175 for a signed postcard? I don't know. I just feel like signed CDs are worth more. So you feel like you're getting a steal when you buy this. And that's the reason why he's sold so many albums. Just because of the hype, because he releases like everything at once. Like we hear nothing from him and we hear everything at once. With Owl City, we don't hear anything and we don't get anything. But meanwhile, Adam's over here just like, maybe we should just, let the fans hear some of my music. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, I'm hoping that Adam releases a music video, but at this point, I don't know. We're just waiting for the music to come out, and then we'll be super hyped again. But until then, I have no idea what's going on. And if I were to talk about NF's production and Owl City's production, which I think that's Owl City's strongest standpoint at right now, Tommy Prophet, which is NF's producer, is probably what's the best in the game right now for rap music. It sounds like an actual movie. And if I was listening to his like breakdown technical stuff that he does, and he is extremely advanced in all that. I am very, very, very new to all this. And he was blowing my mind. The fact that you can get like hip hop rap music to resonate with you as much as NF is extremely impressive. I mean, if you just look at it from a music standpoint, minus all the music videos, he's still doing music that no one else is doing. And then once you add the music videos and his promotion and all that, no other artist is going in that direction. And meanwhile, Adam is the GOAT of electronic production. There's not many people who can change my mind on that. And even Coco Moon has amazing production to it. I mean, like I said, I really, really like Adam Check Please. It's kind of the vocals like that are killing it off. And I don't mean like his voice, even though that does turn a few people off. If I had to give it one key factor for me, like most of his fans are the ones that discovered him when they were younger. And now everyone's like my age or older. And if we were to play some of his songs, I don't know. I just wouldn't. Just some of the lyrics just would kill social status, I guess. I mean, I've heard that for some people, they just don't listen to him publicly just because like people would laugh at them. I mean, for me, I just frankly don't care what people think about me listening to Owl City. But I've heard like a lot of people saying like at this point it's just too embarrassing for me to play it, so I just stick to other artists. I mean, basically it comes down to I just feel like NF is topping Owl City in pretty much every way for marketing. And even music-wise, I mean, I have never been hyped for an album probably as much as NF's Hope. But if we were to talk about which tour I would be most excited going to, it would definitely be Owl City's. I've never been to an Owl City tour, and I'm going to one no matter what. If it is like out of this state, I will be flying. I don't care. I will see one. And I already saw an NF tour, and that tour was absolutely crazy. But I mean, Owl City's #1 still in my books. Maybe I'm Dreaming has one of the best track lists of all time. And NF's other albums are also extremely good. Clouds is still my favorite. Love Clouds, the mixtape. So I'm sorry, NF, but you're going to have to do quite a bit to pass Owl City for me personally. So if I had to give like awards to these 3 albums, Kaden Jordan's would definitely get like best new artist and one I most want to succeed for sure. Like, I really want this man to go leaps and bounds into the industry. I mean, for Owl City, I would have to say one I'm most excited for when the album comes out, to see what happens after that, like the tour, see if he has any merch. Please, for goodness sake, make a CD for this. I want the CD to complete my collection. I would say that would probably be it. Maybe production. I would say production for him and Tiny Profits, NF, is probably tied. And then NF, most anticipated, best music videos of anyone right now, like all of YouTube. And then of course we have to give awards like, who cares, right? I mean, best series based on other people's comments. I think I got this one in the bag out of these 4 artists. I'm sorry, I have to give it to myself. Anyway, quick update on the future of this channel. Yeah, I might start streaming before I hit the 50 subscribers. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that because I made a goal and I want to hit that. But here's the thing. At the same time, I set a goal and I want to hit my goals. Like 50 subscribers before I start streaming. But at the same time, you get way more consistency. And I can't wait to start this Build Your Own Artist series on YouTube, because it's nothing like anyone on this platform has really ever done that I know about. I don't want to give all the details of my future plans in this video. That's not the purpose of this. But not many creators are going to be doing what I'm doing, where pretty much my entire career of music is going to be in your guys' hands. And I want to change the entire platform to be like that, to be like more fan oriented. So pretty much you'll be getting like a lot more consistency. You'll be getting videos based on those streams, like a shortened version, and then also some music videos that are going to be happening based on the songs that you guys help me write, which I'll explain in the future. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'll probably have a community poll based on, do you think I should hit the 50 subscribers and stick to my word for the goal, or if I should just immediately start streaming? I know I only have like 13 subscribers right now, but I want to get this thing rolling. I want to be seriously into this. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. I'm going to be signing off. I don't know how to do YouTube outros, so peace.
Hopping on a spaceship, exploring brand new places, but it's fake and I hate this. You're not with me, I'm aching.